Hi, I'm your host Vasco Duarte. Welcome to the Scrum Master Toolbox podcast, where we share tips and tricks from Scrum Masters around the world. Every day, we bring you inspiring answers to important questions that all Scrum Masters face day after day. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our TGIF Product Owner episode. This week, we have with us Gosia Smoleńska. Hey, Gosia, welcome back.
Hello on Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday, everybody. So we talk product owners on Friday because the product owner is a critical role for the success of a Scrum team. And obviously, we know that there are some awesome product owners out there, but not all are awesome. We'll talk about an awesome product owner in a minute. But first, Gosia, share with us the worst product owner anti-pattern you've witnessed in your career.
Sure. So we are in the meeting, which was affinity estimation for upcoming feature, because we supposed to give the high-level estimation on how much it will take. Is it really necessary to do it? Maybe we should cut some scope because the company will not pay for it because of many reasons. So we do the affinity estimation. We go through silently estimating the items, then for PO challenging the estimates, and then we end up with some high-level estimates from the team for all the feature. And then it's done. And product owner stays in the meeting room and he swipes the items on the wall because he thinks that estimates from the team are too small. He knows that it will not be delivered. So he didn't challenge that during the challenge part. He didn't talk about it with the team. He just said, "Oh, I will not show it to the business. I will make it more." So what to do in this situation?
So that's quite an amazing story. So the product owner went through the whole process of doing the affinity estimation, as you said, had conversations with the team about the topics, but that's it. The numbers were on the board saying, okay, this takes that much, this takes that much. And then when the team leaves the room, the PO just goes and wipes it out of the whiteboard.
Yes. And
Ouch.
Team doesn't really know that it was changed. And they will probably never know because the presentations he's showing to the business, team is not there. So business gets totally different estimation than the team gave.
Wow. And of course, this is now, the estimation is, if I understood you correctly, larger, longer than what the team had said it would take, right?
Yes, right.
But the team doesn't know.
Team doesn't know.
Wow. How does the product owner then manage the relationship with the team, given that they know that they've given a different number or price to the business compared to what the team gave them?
They will never know because business is outside of the company. So they actually are not in the meetings, but I was there and I saw it. So for me, it's like, as you said, where is the trust? Where is this trust in you are experts in your field and I am expert in my field and I do trust you, but you also have to trust me when I'm telling you that, for example, we have no budget for one more person.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the product owner basically disenfranchised the team. Like literally the team could have said anything and they would have just done something else.
Exactly.
How did you handle that? Because that must not have been easy for you.
It was not easy. I did challenge him on that. Like, why didn't you challenge the team? You had this part of challenging the team. And the answer was like, oh, I know the business. I know that we have to be careful and safe with the business. And then how you can actually speak with that. So what is left for you is to actually coach the product owner on how would you feel if someone did that to you? How would you feel if team would make bigger estimates and didn't tell you that? Or how would you like to hear from the team that estimates are wrong? So anything that putting him in the situation instead of a team.
And another thing that comes to my mind is that the product owner is basically taking on all the responsibility right after that, right? Like you remove the team's input, bring your own input, whether it's larger or shorter, it doesn't matter in the end. But the PO is taking all of the responsibility. In fact, they are replacing the team with their own thoughts.
Exactly. And then you can always go this way and ask him, so would you really write this code if you know the estimates? Because, you think it's like this, so maybe you can do it.
What did the PO say? Did you ask that question?
Yes, I did.
What did the PO say?
He was not happy, and he said that this is a conversation for another time. But we came back to the conversation after 2 weeks because of some holidays and stuff like that. And I did ask this question once again. And he said that he was not aware that it's like when he changed it, he's taking the whole responsibility on himself. He didn't thought about this way. He rather thought about keeping the team safe from the pressure. But from the other hand, it's like you show these numbers, you know that your team said something different. Where is you and the team? Is it like you are the father of small children and you have to always protect them? Or is it like you don't want to be fooled in the faces of customer?
Yeah, but of course this has, changing the estimates in the end has no impact on the relationship with the customer if the team isn't committed to the estimates, right? Because the PO, let's assume that the best case happens. The team does deliver in the time they thought it would deliver, and that's, significantly shorter than what the PO said. How's the PO going to tell to the customer that, hey, we thought it was going to cost, 100,000, but it actually only cost like 50,000?
Yeah, and it did end up with team actually delivering even shorter than estimated. So they did deliver even, I think it was 70% of what the product owner said. And exactly, there's this conversation. Are you sure it was a good job you did? Are you sure it was a good move you did? And maybe now is the time that you speak about it with the team and you speak about the insecurities that led you to do that. Because, there was, again, probably some fears behind that, and he expressed them. He expressed the fears that, customers will not give me more money anymore if we will fail that. So there was probably a lot of in the background. I felt that there was not really too much trust among them. So not only team members, but product owner team members. Because if they would have trust, he would be open with them. Hey, I'm afraid of that. And they will be like, we already put safe score here because we know. This conversation didn't happen. This happened after they delivered. And it ended up with they deciding not to use story points anymore. But I think, and this is what I express, it could have been done much earlier.
And definitely much more respectfully, rather than going behind the team's back.
Yes.
But not all product owners are difficult or not so good. Some are actually excellent at what they do. And that's what we want to celebrate here to end our week. Gosia, share with us the best product owner you've ever worked with. How did they work?
There are actually two names in my head when I think about the best product owner. And every time I see a product owner, I hope, the person could be like this one I know. And those were the people who had trust in the team. And wherever team was saying, they did challenge that because they were not like taking everything and like, okay, I have nothing to say. They did challenge, but they were respectful with challenging the team. They were open about demands like, hey, this is what I need. or please check this because I don't know if I want to invest in this area. I just want to know how big is that. So they were always open. They were always straight to the point with the team, and they were always presenting the customer's voice to the team. Like, hey, this is what customer wants. This is what we think we will be delivering. And they even did jobs to be done to understand what is the need and how does it go with the company goals, because sometimes there are jobs to be done, but they are not really in line with the company vision and strategy. And then you need to decide where to go. They were doing invite the customers. So they were inviting actual customers to talk to the team and tell them, hey, your feature help us in this way. And thanks to that, we do this. I remember there was even a situation that we had one customer who totally struggled. It was our internal customer. We were doing some invoicing tool. And they were like, we have no idea how to do it. We lost so much time. And the tool was really easy. And he sent one QA person to finance, and the QA person was like, show me what you do. Show me how do you use this tool. Turns out they had no idea that they have so many features, and actually everything they do manually can be automated in this tool. So I think it was great from his perspective to not only show customer to the team and show the team that, hey, your tools are great. We are using them. It's perfect. We love it. But also he was showing, oh, it's not great. He was showing failure stories. We need your help. It's totally bad. I don't know how to use it. It's not helping me. It's making my work a nightmare. And he was actually doing this bridge. And he was telling our team as, these are the experts who can help you. So please be clear and tell them what do you need. And also what was the great thing, every quarter when we were closing quarter, he was presenting how our features contributed financially to the company. So if there was, for example, plus 10% in earnings in this area, he was presenting that. If it was 5% lost, he was presenting that. And it helps to keep people constantly remembering that we are doing features for people. It's not like someone outside of the screen will be using that. It's people, actual people, human being. So it was great.
Yeah, real people will use our features. That's a great message for the product owners to be able to bring to the team, and also illustrate that with customers that come in and share their experience with the team as well. That was a beautiful story. Thank you for sharing that, Gosia.
Sure.
So, Gosia, we're getting close to the end, but before we go, where can people find out more about you and the work that you're doing?
I think in LinkedIn, and this is the only place I use because I try to not use laptop outside of my work. So feel free to find me in LinkedIn. Feel free to drop me a message if you want to discuss any broad communication. I also do workshops from Kanban and from cultural differences. So I'm really happy to speak about those two topics. I love them.
Awesome. Gosia, absolutely. We'll put the link on the show notes so that people can go and contact you and, ask follow-up questions about the Kanban training or the cultural workshops. Why not? Everybody reach out. And Gosia, thank you very much for your generosity with your time and your knowledge.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here. It was exciting, actually.
One more week of the Scrum Master Toolbox podcast is over, but there's a lot more we have to share. We have developed our own membership site where you find a community of active and engaged Scrum Masters. In this site, you get access to exclusive content and get to interact with us, your podcast hosts, as well as the best Scrum Masters in the world. So join us at scrummasterpodcast.com and keep this podcast free of advertising. See you next week for one more full week of Scrum Master tips and tricks. We really hope you liked our show. And if you did, why not rate this podcast on Stitcher or iTunes? Share this podcast and let other Scrum Masters know about this valuable resource for their work. Remember that sharing is caring.